Carried. 6.19, the correction of drafting errors in the proposed bylaw. The recommendation on page 112 that the council notes the drafting areas identified above and approves these for corrections in the final bylaw. Councillor Sutherland, seconded. Councillor Petty-Weber. All those in favour, please say aye. Thank you very much for. We'll just go to page 97. Yep, a moment there. Page 97, 1.1, that the report from the Manager of Democracy Services dated the 13th of August 2024 concerning the deliberations on matters raised during tranche 1 bylaws consultation be received. And 1.2, that the Tararua District Council notes the matters raised through submissions on the draft keeping of animals bylaw, alcohol bylaw, cemeteries bylaw, and public spaces bylaw. I have somebody move those recommendations. Councillor Petty-Weber, seconded. Councillor Johns. All those in favour, please say aye. Against. Carried. Thank you. Thank you for your work on that, Jim.
Thank you.
Right. Councillors, it's going to be a big day. Councillors, with your discretion, we have got members of the public that have patiently waited here, so we will take one more item before we break for lunch. Item 10.3, the request for funding from Pahiatua Museum Society on page 91. Right, we'll take this as read. Gilda, you've come all this way. We'd love to hear from you, and I know that you wanted to speak to this paper.
Thank you, Madam Chair and councillors, for giving us the opportunity to come today to speak to this application for funding.
Obviously, you're aware of the state of the Polish Memorial now in that area, so with these improvements that are going to be made, we're all going to be so proud of it. And we won't be continuing to apologise for the state of things there to our overseas visitors. The whole anniversary is going to be such an exciting occasion, and I thank the council for their support, in particular Councillor Franklin for attending our meetings regularly. Just to say, this means such a lot to the Polish people who are alive today. We visited the couple who we've made an old history film of in Masterton just the other weekend, and at approaching 89 and 93, there's been no hesitation that they will come to the anniversary. They feel so strongly that they want to express their gratitude. So I know you've read all the report and your lunch is waiting out there.
Any questions you'd like to ask Gilda? Subject expert on the matter. Councillor Gill.
Thank you very much, Your Worship, and Gilda, thank you very much for all the work that you've done on what's going to be such an important milestone for Pahiatua, so really grateful. I have a quick question first, and then I am likely to look at seeing if I can amend the motion or the recommendation that's in front of us. But my first question is, what is the full balance of the fund that's being applied to? And the reason why I ask that is it has been in there for some time, and I'm just curious to know if there's been any interest earned on that fund.
I'll pass to Sarah Walsh to give the balance of that fund, and then I'll speak to the interest. Sarah.
Thank you, Your Worship. Councillor Gilmore, as of this morning, we're obviously busy pulling the 2024 annual report together, and I can confirm that the balance in that account is $26,731.55.
55 cents. Thank you very much, Sarah.
Can I just make, for clarification, Councillor Franklin, when I spoke to you in regards to the invoices, this amount, these amounts here were GST exclusive and the Pahiatoa Museum's not registered for the GST, is that correct? And sorry,
Sorry, Your Worship. Yes, absolutely correct. So yeah, and everything we have to pay, it does include GST, and they are not registered, so we can't recover it, or they can't recover it.
Councillor Gilmore, I'll let you continue because you're probably going to ask some similar questions. And then I've got Councillor Wards.
Absolutely, Your Worship. That is exactly what I was going to ask. I note that the original request from the committee was $26,843.05, with them not being GST registered. I was going to amend the motion for the full amount of the fund. So whatever is in the fund, including that interest, and it looks like we're only just over $100 out, which is very fortuitous. I would like to amend the motion that we approve this for $26,731.55 as the figure given by our finance manager, and I would seek a seconder for that.
Just before you do that, I'll go. Councillor Wards does have a question, so we'll leave your motion there. Thank you, Councillor Wards.
Thank you, Your Worship. It is just a very quick one, and I'm certainly in favour of the recommendation. Can I just inquire, when it came to getting quotes for the information plinths, did we go to any local providers of services for a quote? We often get feedback from people locally that they didn't get a chance to put in a bid. So I can just see the two speakers looking at each other.
We were actually unaware of any local providers that were able to make these design boards, and we had one quote from Wellington and another one from Palmerston North, who's the company that we use to do our work.
Okay, I'm just aware that
Yeah. With that, and I guess we can just put it out there, Councillor Wards, there is one local that if he was to give you a very quick turnaround on a quote, I'm sure would love the opportunity. So I can give you those for your consideration.
I'm just very mindful, Mayor Tracy.
Yeah.
We do get pinged a bit on some of this, so just curious to know if there had been the opportunity provided. That's all they're after.
Yeah, and I think it's just sometimes within the district, we don't see the whole or the services that are provided over that. But I know that every dollar spent in this district, and especially, during times like this, would be appreciated. And only if you've got your benchmarks there. But if there was time, that would be great. I just want to make a couple of quick comments, Councillor Gilmore, and then I'll second your motion. I did take the liberty. The question was raised about, has there been any queries on this fund or in the past? And actually, the answer to that is no. But I do also, and I considered this myself, what other projects may have met this in the past. And, I could actually only think of one that was funded completely, at a lot less, being of the art on the side of the Regent cinema. So I took the liberty of actually emailing one of the members of the Arts Council, knowing the history there, and did say what was being planned in the council paper, and just did make note that this would exhaust the fund, and they came back with an absolute wholehearted, fully support this. This is exactly what it was designed for, the connection with the Polish children, and this was an opportunity to use that. So they had no qualms whatsoever in the fund being exhausted. So I just thought I'd put that there for councillors if they had any discomfort. And with that, I am happy to to second the amended motion. There's nothing further. All those in, we have a move by councillor Gilmore, unless you would like to speak to that again, councillor Gilmore.
No, just a congratulations to the team.
Mhm.
Absolutely. All those in favour, please say aye.
Aye.
Against, carried. And again, your work that you have done for the Polish reunion, for the Polish people, is has always held us in their hearts very closely. Some of the interactions that we've had together for with the Polish children, with the Polish people, will bring you to tears. And I can't tell councillors enough what that will mean at the 80th reunion and what it will mean to see that site and that memorial. We also will have dignitaries here from the embassies with that really close connection. So you're to be congratulated for the work, and it's fantastic that, you know, for all the hard work that you have done, that you don't have to go any further, and I'll happily donate the balance of the funds. Oh, wow. Councillor Franklin.
You've got Pahia Tour and Beyond, a bird's eye view. There's the memorial. So this is amazing, this book. It's a tui flying over Pahia Tour, and it's and all illustrated by Whānau school children. That's a really fun.
Thanks, Gil. You're right.
Can I just say,
Mayor Tracy and councillor Sanders, in terms of the design of the information boards, we're very fortunate that we actually had a descendant of a Polish child himself and another artistic designer design the boards. So it's wonderful to have that Polish
involvement, and they've been particularly careful to have the story told right from the beginning when the camp was built for the enemy aliens, right through to the displaced people. They've connected the stories and the history so well.
in place to have the input. Thank you very much.
Thank you. It's taken a wee while and a lot of work's gone on behind the scenes to get you to this point. So I'll pass you those contact details on just for your consideration. Thank you. Right, we will now adjourn for lunch. Sorry, Councillor Gilmore and Councillor Wards, if we come back at 1:30, is that okay?
Say they've said.